Greetings, fellow humans. My name is Flailbot. Welcome to run 2.7 of Into the Breach once more into said breach. We are on the final mission. I'm fully expecting us to be annihilated, but we have some hope, right? Got some hope. Oh, there, we got the achievement right away. Alright, if we don't have a lot of burrowers, then I think we're basically golden. It's really the burrowers that were causing us troubles. Hoping we can use our knockback from our shieldy guy to do some stuff. I know we're going to get some pylons here now, and we have to remember about the volcano. So, we will see if we can abuse the volcano and the water as much as possible with our pushy guy. And. We'll just see what we've got. Okay. How many points do you have? 5, and you have 3. I have a cool idea. You're gonna move here. Go ahead and lay down the hurt. And then you are going to go here and do a double jump. Maybe just a single jump, so we don't have a bunch of smoke everywhere. And yeah, we'll get shot, but that's okay. And we will use our push thing so that you walk into the water. We will give shields to this stuff. So that's 1 down. Bloop. Nice. Okay, we got the, what is that, the Explodey Scion? If he just stays where he is, I'll be happy. Okay. You didn't stay still, buddy. Friendo. Alright, these guys are aggravating. I don't want to shoot this guy with my artillery. What does this actually do? All player units take 1 damage in a turn. Okay, so that's a high priority target, let's say. I don't really care, except that I can't move. So I have 1 attack here to deal with. 1 attack here. Smoke would solve this, of course, as it does all our problems. And then I could, well, figure out something. Push this guy and smoke this guy. I think we'll take the first damage anyway, unless my smoke goes through before the thing. Oh, it does, okay. Cool. Bit of lava doing its thing. Bit of chargy guy doing his thing. Gotta move you because of the whole burning to death thing. Good to push you out of the way. This guy I can just stand in the way of, but then I can't really push him. Alright, let me just... Oh, you're in the lava death square. Naturally. Naturally, where else would you be? Walk here, push you there, at least you take damage. And you'll cancel the attack. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Also opens up this move, which does not actually do what I needed it to. But that's okay. We'll just go ahead and drop a smoke on this guy, and it'll be a bit of a silly way for that to play out. A very limited maneuvering space for anyone at all here. Not a lot of places to go. Alright. Okay, artillery on that guy. It's shielded, and there's only one attack, and it's gonna hit it, right? Smoke on that guy. Leaves only this person being attacked, and I can just push. I can just push them both for funsies. But I could take a shield instead. Can I move? No. I'm packed up. Push them both. Is that helpful in any fashion? This is the last turn. It's not. That thing's shielded. You only attack one square, and you're on fire. Okay. Oh, and you can still do stuff. I don't know, man. Shoot that thing, I guess, just so we're not as worried. Some fire damage, some electric damage, some volcano damage. Some artillery damage to nothing. Okay. Down we go, round 2. It's not even my final form. That didn't go so poorly. I mean, we could potentially succeed still. A lot of bad guys. I wonder if this counts as a new battle. I wonder if our cool stuff is gonna recharge. Mostly our smoke shooter. I was lucky, I presume. I once had a case where this guy landed, or he started right next to a lava pool, or he moved right next to a lava pool, and I was like, great, I'll just dump him in there. But he's massive, so he didn't drown. He just said, no, I don't care. That was pretty disappointing to learn. Alright. You are a charger guy. You are not. Did our abilities recharge? They did. So he'll go first. He'll move over and he'll charge over into the thing. This guy will artillery these two things. He'll attack that thing. So how many attacks is that going off? This one's really important. This one is less important. And this one's pretty important. This one's also important. So, lots of important attacks happening. Crud. No way we can push this guy here, but we can push this guy over one, and then he'll die. Then we have artillery onto this guy. He dies, but that doesn't really do anything for us. About this guy. This is the most dangerous attack that's happening. And a knockback is not sufficient. Has to be a knock in this direction. It's going to be Aura Smokening, which I cannot so easily achieve. My aeroplane cannot do that jump. Aeroplane, go this way. Smoke this guy, let the single attack happen. Artillery on this guy. Seems like the best move. Smoke. Push. Artillery. He won't take the extra damage from the emerging enemy, but he will... Well, at least he's half dead. Boom. Oh yeah, he makes fire. Forgot about that. Power loss, but we have quite a bit of power. I mean, 5 points is not an amazing amount of power, but it's not no power. Uh-huh. Oh man, you're such a jerk. With a webbing thing. Smoke, smoke. You go here, push, push. Your shot. It's this guy. This guy's still alive. Artillery tries to hit this thing. Cannot. Who can actually take care of this guy? No one except for artillery using smoke bomb. This guy can't actually move until this guy smokes him. Alternately, smoke here with the artillery, double push, and then you can't make it over here. Smoke over here seems like a good idea, because we'll get the passive, we'll get the Scion thing. And then we have a whole airplane to do sort of bonus stuff with. Probably hit this guy one extra time just to make sure he goes down. Okay, I think that's our plan of action. We still have this annoying attack happening, but there's not a lot to be done about that. Oh, artillery gets shielded too, that's fancy. Didn't think about that. Should have. You're on fire. No one's in the death squares. Glad I realized that. Wait, is he in a different death square? No, he's just got the damage from him. And you're gonna kill that thing, which is Nito Torpedo. I could just cancel your attack and then you would die next turn. It's not optimal because of this thing, but I don't see a better turn. It's not a bad turn. Quite a few things get injured, quite a few things die. It's just a close turn. Sort of a Yeah, could be worse, could be better kind of turn. But now we have a lot less enemies to deal with, so I'm a little less horrified. And like this is a reasonable amount of enemies to address. Cool. He will fall next turn. He was not on fire, or is no longer on fire because of the smoke, so still has one more turn to live. But a couple of kills. Didn't go so poorly. Last turn to survive. Lots of unfriendly things. I've seen nicer turns. You are kind of required to shoot this guy. And then push beaming in this direction is pretty good. Except for the whole dying at the end. So I'm thinking moving here and then push beaming this whole thing. Which means these rocks should break. This guy will take damage. This guy will take damage. Oh, I can't push beam through a building? The troop? Must be. Right, but if I push beam here, I'll die. Let's try our next turn. Which is kind of okay. It's a pretty glorious sacrifice. Be nice to be able to move onto a different square, but nothing to be done. And then this guy has to be killed. Or this guy has to be killed. I'm thinking this one. How else would you do it? Yeah, that's bad news bears. Oh, it resisted. Fancy. That's it. The Renfield bomb. Let's teleport out of here, bad boys. Nick, the sacrifice that Isabel made will not be in vain. Sweet. We did it! We did it! It was victory! Humanity saved! Cool. Cool. There's some credits here. I think there's a way to skip them, but last time I just tabbed out and got all excited about them. There we go. Saved 4.6 billion lives, and in the alternate timeline, we saved 18,000 people. Could be worse. Oh, there you go. Spacebar skips it. 3 hours. Jeez. Oh, right, and we have to choose someone to continue the timeline. That sounds cool. Gains flying. Deploy anywhere. Damaging adjacent enemies sounds super cool too. Although we take some power. This is just a basic guy. I think we'll take Ghana. So I've heard that playing the game by yourself instead of talking about it the whole time nets you like an hour, hour and a half playtime. But apparently if we talk the whole time and agonize over every decision, it takes a few more hours than that. Well, pretty exciting stuff. Got some of our super secret bonus guys. Previous timelines 1. That gains flying. That seems pretty fun. This seems like really powerful just in general. I mean, if you're really good at thinking everything through, sure, but I always make mistakes. Anyway, we'll do another run sometime soon. Everybody, thanks for watching. I've been Flailbot, and this has been the final episode of Run 2, Run 2.7. So, see you guys next time. Figure out what squad we're going to do next. I'm thinking probably the Steel Judoka, because I like the idea of positional manipulation. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the island with the Horrible Burrowers first, because they're going to be the most difficult with these positional mechs. Alternately, I've heard that lighting absolutely everything on fire is pretty fun. So, we'll see. Talk to you guys next time.